Hundreds of Rangers fans piled into the home end at Old Trafford last night, causing fights in various places and lots of Manchester United fans to feel unsafe, especially with kids. After the Galatasaray shambles last season, fans were told it would never happen again. It did, and something's got to be done. Let's run through everything that happened against Rangers, including Bruno's winner, and the 5 big takeaways from that match. So 3 points and an important win in the Europa League group stage for United against Rangers last night, but there's no way that that was anywhere near the main talking point. I'm going to run through the 5 big takeaways, and I'm going to focus on the ticketing shambles that happened, why it's dangerous, how it's happened before, and what needs to change. You can let me know, because the club is absolutely failing supporters in how they're approaching this. And number one, as I said, we have to talk about that ticketing shambles yesterday, because there were so many Rangers fans in the home end. And not only just that, you can see from that photo there, that's the away end. There was about 50 to 100 Rangers fans all right next to the away end, just grouped together. Stewards did nothing. And here's some videos for you. United fans fighting with Rangers fans in the stands. This is a video of Rangers fans celebrating the goal. Absolutely nowhere near. I think they're the hospitality seats. I think they are. And here's in the concourse. They were absolutely everywhere. 39 arrests after the game. And this is not the first time it's happened. Right? Galatasaray last season, we were told by the club that this was a problem that was never going to happen again. They brought in new measures, I believe, this year. That means for this game, if you're going to buy a ticket as a member, you had to have been a member before the fixture was announced. Yet all of this still happens. If you went onto the rate, look, you saw this yesterday. This is part of United's security policy. They're sending out to everyone, every United fan for the game. Quote, unquote, away fans cannot sit in home areas of the stadium and will be removed if identified. Well, despite the fact that you look at this and there were hundreds just sitting together, and they were there before the game as well, and United stewards did nothing. Probably part of that is the fact that stewards have been removed and it's new stewards there and they're not getting involved. You go onto the Rangers website yesterday offering hospitality. I think that kind of probably does happen a lot. But this is on Omar Barada to sort. The ticketing, the fan experience at Old Trafford has been diminishing for a while. Whether it's queues to get in and the new ticketing process on the app just being a shambles, whether it's tickets going to away fans in the home end, whether it's stewards, whether it's the fact that the £66 ticket prices and season ticket prices going up next year. This is exactly why that was in the Stretford end last night. Your debt, not ours. And then you see this statement that United released to the 1958 yesterday, and you read this paragraph here. We do not expect fans to make up all the current shortfall, but we do need to look at our ticketing strategy to ensure we are charging the right amount. I'm expecting season ticket prices to go up by at least 10% next year. And when you're seeing shambles like that, it's destroying fan sentiment. And Ineos need the match-going fans on their side when it comes to sentiment. It's dangerous. If there were kids there, that can't happen. And that falls on United and the failures of United. But number 2 on my list, I want to speak about Bruno's performance yesterday. Right? Well, actually not really the performance itself, but just something. I really want to see Bruno get an opportunity at a genuine title challenge. Someone pointed out to me earlier in the live show that he was involved in a title challenge in 2020. No, we went top of the league and then just completely collapsed. We had no idea what to do there. Bruno yesterday, with Fergie watching on, with a Fergie time winner against Rangers, that would have meant a lot to Fergie. But it's that quote there from Ruben Amorim that stuck with me. Bruno always wants the ball. Even in the hard moments, he'll take on the responsibility, no matter the scrutiny on him, the pressure on him. Other players cower away from those situations. Bruno doesn't. 165 goals and assists he's now got in a United shirt. The best signing post-Fergie, and it's not even close. I hope he is at this club when we are challenging for something that means what we want. Premier League or Champions League. I hope that happens. And just seeing him dragging us out of a hole yesterday, I'm not surprised by it, because it's Bruno Fernandes. Now, number 3 on my list, I want to speak about, talk about a ticketing shambles. You can talk about a corner shambles as well. Arsenal have been doing it all season. Every team does it all season. As soon as United score a corner like it, no, that's a foul. Rule that one out. And if that was a foul for a push, then why wasn't that a foul for a push on the back of Maguire? Both hands were in his back. By the way, I don't think either were a foul. Don't think that was a foul, and I think it was a fair equaliser. Maguire just got outdone by a striker who used his body. It was cute, a couple of hands in the back, but that's not a foul, and neither is that. And it is unbelievable that decision happened against us. It really, really is. It's been happening all, but as soon as United score a goal from it, lads, that's illegal. We can't have that. Ridiculous. And the refs, I'm going to have to do a video on it because there are so many glaring examples this season of refs approaching games differently because it's United. Now, number 4 on my list, I want to speak about Garnacho yesterday. Garnacho was extremely direct. He always kind of has been. But I thought he approached the game, it felt like he approached the game slightly differently. And I think that's something that Amorim pointed out after the game. He was talking about how he's improving in aspects of his game. And this Garnacho situation, man, right? Amorim speaking about his future. Doesn't know. You have no idea what happens in football. But Chelsea are sitting there lining up a bid for him. Seeing reports now coming out that they're lining up a £60 million bid for him. It stinks. It's awful. And I'm telling you, this is nothing to do with the fact that does Garnacho fit in the system? Is he an Amorim player? Does he have attitude problems? None of that has got to do with why we're selling him in January. It is just a football finance reason. Our club's finances are so screwed that we need to sell players, sell academy players. You get more money because of PSR rules. That's why we're considering selling him in January. Any conversation would exist around Garnacho in the summer around his attitude, whether he fits the system or not. In a team which is starving of any attackers, we may well sell Garnacho for 60 mil with no guarantees, by the way, that we're going to bring another one in. And I hate that. I really, really do. And 5th on my list from yesterday, and I think he really does deserve a shout out for that performance, was Toby Collier. Now, when it comes to footballers, when it comes to academy players, there's sort of an expectation that anybody comes in is incredible at what they do straight away. But yesterday, Toby Collier just kind of quietly got about his day. 94% of his passes found a teammate. The first United midfielder to record 50-plus passes on their first appearance at Old Trafford in a European game, and only 3 of those passes didn't reach a teammate. Toby Collier executed the simple stuff very well, reliably. That's what you need in a midfielder on a very basic level. Well, as he develops into his career, you're going to expect more ball carrying, more adventurous passes, and just more to his game. But where he is right now, breaking through, well done to Toby Collier. He strikes me as a perfect understudy to Ugarte, and on and off the ball, he was an asset to United yesterday in midfield. But that's it for the 5 things, but I'm going back to it there. This really is dangerous, a shambles, a failing on the club's part. I don't know how you correct it, but why is it that away fans in Europe can find so many tickets in the home end? How does that get stopped? Because it has to be. And that falls on Omar Barada to find a solution as our CEO. You can let me know what you think in the comments below, but they're the main takeaways from the Rangers game.